First Federal program on WROI Giant FM and streaming live on the First Federal Facebook page.
It is indeed a beautiful Friday morning, and for the first time since you've been gone in a while, Evan, the sun's out when you came in.
It's really nice. Short sleeves for us, too.
Yeah, 68 degrees.
I love
at
it.
7:30.
Makes me want to go fishing. That's what that makes me want to do in the morning.
It'll be good weather for it this weekend.
I know. I think I'm getting excited about it. Hey, I'm still enjoying the new studio, new equipment, new look.
Yeah.
Something changes every time I come in.
Yes, and we're not done yet.
Really? That's awesome.
Every time I think we're done, we change something.
You ready to be done yet?
Getting
Not quite. Not quite.
Yeah. I want to get the bullpen done, and then we're good to go.
All right. Our guest was requesting a green room, so that might be something that you think about too.
We'll get you a green room.
Well, congratulations again on WROI Giant FM's award from the Chamber.
Thank you.
Just a month ago. That's really exciting. I want to make sure I mention that to you. You guys have done a lot of neat things here. Read that the Fulton County 4-H Fair is going to be fully on this year.
Yes.
That's exciting. We always attend and enjoy the kid mosh pit or inflatable section, I think they call that actually.
Yeah. Yeah. It's okay. Just throw all the kids in there
and
sit back and watch.
I know. They get so sweaty in that hot environment with all the plastic and the.
And then they go home and sleep sound.
Yes, it's a lot of fun. So
That's
yeah.
great. That's great news, Evan. Todd Vansickle here, serving the role as Tanner Lee,
Todd's with us, Evan.
with our special guest Mark Kepler too from Purdue Extension. So
That's right.
you maybe talk about 4-H too. You know, a lot of things going on. And
We call him the friend of First Federal, expert of many things.
There we go.
Mark, not Todd.
Hey, another good report. Topic we're tired of, but still around. The U.S. was reporting fewer than 30,000 COVID cases for the 5th straight day yesterday. So
And that's fantastic.
that's awesome. So things are going the direction we all want.
Yes.
So there we go. Okay, we've got a great trivia question this morning.
Okay.
It's great because I came up with it.
Oh, okay.
And I hope you know something about this. I'm guessing Mark might. What kind of plant do 17-year cicadas prefer to feed on? A, trees, B, corn, C, tomatoes, D, grasses, or E, flowers.
Okay.
5 choices make it a little tougher. Mark's smiling, so he must know it.
That's a layup. Okay, well, while Paul's thinking and Googling that, Todd, you want to do some
not
sports?
Googling
Okay, no Google.
We'll keep an eye on him, on Polly.
Yeah.
He's a man of integrity. He won't do that. Sports, filling in for Tanner Lee today. Thank you for the opportunity to be here, Evan and Paul. RHS track, high school tracks moving to the regionals. Got some great performances from Mackenzie Bradley, the 100 meters, Madeline Calloway, the 3,200, Zoe Seward, the 3,200, Macy Nelson, the 100-meter hurdles. And for the 4x800 relay, we have Zoe Seward, Elena Bodie, Araceli Ochoa, Madeline Calloway, and the long jump, Cameron Burkett, and Kennedy Jackson in the shot put.
There's a ton of ladies moving on. That's awesome.
That's awesome. Yeah, they
Great
were
season.
source of points for the move up the standings in the regional. That's great. PGA Championship started yesterday. Didn't really know who's leading that or not.
A Canadian, I saw the flag when I was on ESPN last night, but I'm not sure what his name was.
I think they're in South Carolina this week.
Yeah, this is really Tanner's topic.
Yeah,
Let's punt on this one.
Okay, yeah, let's go with Tanner.
But what about the Pacers game last night? Big game.
Okay. What happened, Evan?
Well, they were playing the Wizards to get into the playoffs if they won. It's this new play-in format for the NBA.
Right.
Well, they got smoked. They lost by 30, I think.
Okay.
So they're not in the playoffs this year, which is unusual for them. They usually make the playoffs at least.
Is there an added benefit from that? Does it get him into the lottery?
It does.
Oh, that's good.
We were talking about that at the breakfast table this morning.
Okay.
They'll still have a terrible lottery chance of getting a high pick, but at least they're in there.
Lightning does strike, right?
Yeah. So you're telling me there's a chance?
There's a chance, yes. For all those Pacers fans out there.
That's right.
We'll move on to Tanner's tidbits today.
Oh, could I back you up a minute? I think we should do your trivia question right now.
Oh, okay.
That way Paul's got some time to think about it too.
Okay.
And maybe some of our listeners didn't like the cicada one, and this would give them an opportunity for redemption. Maybe they could get this one.
So Tanner left us with Evan and I to come up with trivia questions, and we both came up with one, so you
Okay.
get double bonus today.
It's only right that we give them both. I think you're right, Tom.
This
If
is-
I get both of them correct, do I get something special?
Yeah, right.
Bad boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go.
I'll get you some worms for the fishing this weekend.
Okay.
In honor of Mark Kepler, Purdue University Extension Office and Purdue University, John Purdue founded Purdue in what year? 1849, 1859, or 1869? Well, you answer that one right now if you want.
Did John Purdue
69?
have to invest a lot of money to get it named after him?
I think he just said, hey, let's have a university here. I think
Okay.
he donated land after something like
donated
that.
land.
Yeah.
That's why they call them land grant universities.
Yeah, that's right.
They did, yes.
Out of the corner of my eye, I saw like a little something going on. And what answer did you say, Mark? Or
C.
C, 1869.
Nice job.
Brilliant. You got that right
That
off the
was
top of your
really
head.
good.
Yeah.
With the assistance from Mark.
Assists are good in basketball. The Pacers didn't have enough of them last night. Okay, go ahead, Todd. Let's go
Speaking
to the
of-
tidbits.
This is tough for me, an Indiana University guy. Speaking of Purdue, one of Tanner's tidbits today was, on this day in 1932, after flying 17 hours from Newfoundland, Amelia Earhart landed near Londonderry, Northern Ireland, becoming the first transatlantic solo flight by a woman. Amelia Earhart has Purdue ties,
Yeah,
doesn't she?
it's Purdue graduate.
Purdue graduate, that's right, okay.
Ooh, that's neat. I didn't know that.
There's a dorm down there named after her.
Okay.
That's right, Earhart.
Yeah.
I know that.
Yeah.
I think I've learned two things already in this show this morning.
Yes.
So nobody can complain about not getting quality content on the show week after week.
You've learned three things. Todd Yancey is actually referencing Purdue in a favorable manner.
That's true.
Todd can be nice.
Yes, I am very impressed with the self-restraint.
On this day in 1904, Fédération Internationale de Football Association, FIFA, was formed in Paris.
I didn't know exactly what that stood for. That's interesting.
Yeah, I didn't either.
I bet you know this, Moose. On this day in 1980, Star Wars Episode 5, Empire Strikes Back, produced by George Lucas, opened in cinemas.
I didn't realize it was this date, but
That's a good movie.
it is.
It's still a fun one to
If you
pull
haven't
out.
seen any of the Star Wars films, go check them out. Oh.
On this day in 2013, Microsoft announced the release of Xbox One. Are you a gamer, Xboxer?
I had the original Xbox, which weird enough wasn't the Xbox One. It was
Okay.
just Xbox, and then it went to Xbox 360, then Xbox One. And don't ask me about Microsoft. But gaming, yes, but I'm more of a Sony guy.
Okay. So you have a collector's item then, an Xbox, right?
No.
Okay.
It broke.
Also, some Microsoft news. They announced yesterday that they're going to expire Internet Explorer browser on Windows 10,
Ooh,
starting June 15th of 2022.
okay.
That's gets everybody scrambling around
Yeah.
the world, making sure
Yeah,
they're
everybody's
set.
like, wait, which one do I have?
1 year. That's right.
Lots of different days today. Bike to work day.
Okay.
I thought about it, but it's really early this morning, and maybe I'll go home and lunch and bike back from lunch. Wait staff day. It's a great day to honor our wait staff.
That's right.
Absolutely.
They work really hard.
If you're going out this weekend, tip them greatly.
We had an excellent waitress car hop at Dick's Drive-In last night.
Oh, great.
Meredith Cyber, shout out.
It's Virtual Assistance Day, Pizza Party Day. Everybody needs to have a pizza party. Endangered Species Day and International Tea Day.
Those are some fun ones.
Other ones, Meditation Day. So take some time to meditate today.
Deep breathing.
Yes. deep
Not
breathing
during the
helps.
show while you're on the microphone.
No, because that would just sound creepy.
I thought they'd be doing the Darth Vader voice. That's why.
I can't do that very well. I've tried.
Okay. All right. Todd?
Upcoming events?
Yeah,
Get those? Okay.
you headed to the city pool this summer?
Maybe. You know, it's open this summer, which is great news.
That's right.
It's opening next weekend, May 29th.
Memorial Day weekend. That's a good one.
Weather permitting. I think your family spends a lot of time there, don't they?
Yeah, usually while I'm at work.
Okay. Well, that's my excuse. I have to work. So.
Yeah, we'll work together.
Yeah.
You get home, you're ready to go, and they're like, oh, we just got home.
Yeah, I'm so tired. Okay, great.
Also on Memorial Day weekend, the Rochester Optimist Club is holding their annual pancake and sausage breakfast at the Fulton County Fairgrounds, May 31st from 7 to 11. They're doing something kind of neat this year. They're creating a perpetual memorial scholarship in memory of Amber Dyson. Amber lost her fight to breast cancer in April of 2020. She's well respected in the medical field, being a registered respiratory technician and a registered pulmonary function technician. Amber worked at IU Hospital, or IU Health in Indianapolis, as well as Woodlawn Hospital, before finding a home at Howard Community as head of their pulmonary function technician department. Amber's career goal was to be able to teach, and through the creation of this scholarship, the Optimist Club, they hope they can help her reach her final goal with their help of providing a scholarship for people who may want to get in the respiratory field. Tickets can be purchased at New Holland, Rochester, Manitou Realty, Rochester Meats, and Deli, Odell Lumber and Supply, and any Optimist Club member. So that's May 31st from 7 to 11, pancake and sausage breakfast.
Fulton County Fairgrounds.
Great.
And I have another upcoming event
Okay,
that I think is fun. It's not as important as that one.
that's a good one. Let's hear about yours too.
Starting next weekend through all of summer, Rock the Weekend is back on WROI.
Yes.
All right.
So we are kicking it off Memorial Day weekend, and it'll run through Labor Day weekend.
Tell everyone what that entails for us.
Rock the Weekend is pretty much what it sounds. It's everything from the late 70s, 80s, 90s
Yes.
rock all weekend long, from midnight Friday night to midnight Sunday night, non-stop rock.
That's really fun.
Unless, of course, we stop for the IRL, because, you know, that's there too.
That's our music, Mark.
Thanks for doing that.
We're trying to make sure everybody enjoys what they're listening to, so we thought that was something fun to do during the summer. Kick back on the boat while you're on Lake Manitou and listen to Rock the Weekend.
Todd, what would your request be for band during Rock the Weekend?
Boston, Marshall Tucker.
Oh yeah.
Okay, Mark?
Doobies, all the way.
Okay. I'll make sure those get in there.
I want Zeppelin, so there we
Oh,
go.
of course.
Good, hey, got some fans right here. Call-ins, we'll take call-ins now for your request. Okay, money news. Hey, we're down for the week in the Dow this week, but yesterday was up and today might be up. The futures are up, so that would be 2 positive days in a row, which we haven't necessarily had many of those here lately. So that would be good. I'm hoping we end the week correctly with a little bit of a rise today, and maybe we'll get some momentum going.
Yes.
This one surprised me. Snapchat reached 500 million monthly users
Really?
recently. It's a big number.
I have the app, but I barely use it.
I tried it once because I thought, I need to know how to use this, and it didn't work with my synapses very well. I couldn't get the form and function and the purpose down very well.
It's what the cool kids use. You know?
That's why I thought I should do it. You know, I should really know what.
Yeah.
I struggle a little. So, Kepler's been trying to send me some snaps.
Yeah, you'll not get them from me.
Yeah.
As you said, it's the cool kids.
He's too busy on TikTok.
Yeah, that's right. He's looking for the clock.
Oh, which is back, by the way.
I saw it, and I'm glad to have it. I try to stay on time. Okay, well, first I forgot one other thing. Starting ticket price for Ford F-150 Lightning. Did you see what that number was?
I did not.
It's an electric F-150 from Ford.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's coming out. I don't know when you can start ordering them, but they did announce the price will be
60?
40.
40.
40,000. That's like a normal truck started price in that.
Yeah.
So I'm surprised by that.
Evan's gonna run out and get one the moment they come
I
out.
tell you, things are changing fast here these days.
And they will. We're talking about those electric vehicles, how fast they're going. It's amazing.
0 to 60, I mean, they can really move too.
It doesn't take an hour to get to 60 anymore.
No, this isn't your remote controlled car. This is good. Okay, little first federal tidbit. We'll use Tanner's phrase this morning. We are promoting our home equity line of credit product right now. If you're looking to, maybe you've been looking for a new house and you can't find one because nobody's selling, or you thought you'd build new construction, but you saw the estimate and you thought, I don't know if I want to do that right now. Well, maybe you're deciding you're content with your house with just some changes to it. So that's what the home equity line of credit's really good for. Maybe some remodeling. It can also be good for consolidating some debts. Usually you can get a much lower interest rate with our home equity line of credit than you could like with your credit cards or something like that, or an unsecured consumer loan. So those could be some good options for you that would fit your budget, and we're really good at doing those. And also, we started offering a debit card with the home equity line of credit a year or two ago. So you can also make some convenient purchases at Lowe's or Home Depot if you're involved with something like that. So really cool product. If you're interested, give Ben Dalton or Stacy Wilson a call. They can help you out with that, or you can even apply online at www.firstfederalbanking.com, and we'd love to help you with that. We are offering commercial lending for businesses. You can contact Lindy Breeden. He's our Vice President of Commercial Lending. We've had him on the show a couple times.
Yeah.
And he's the one that handles our business lending. Also, Terry Ward here in Rochester could help you with any business deposits. We're doing ACH online. We've got business mobile. You can do wires online now if you'd like. So we've got a lot of features that can make your managing your business extremely convenient. We'd love to help you with that. And don't forget, we're offering insurance services now through First Federal Insurance Services. You can get a free quote on our website, or you can go call 833-331-0020 and talk to an agent, and they can help make sure you've got the right coverage, and then also shop it for you with a lot of different insurance carriers that we can connect you with. So we're really excited about that. And then if you're thinking about the stock market we just talked about, and you're worried about how that might affect your retirement plans, you ought to talk to Mark Blubaugh or Brian Bell. There are registered financial advisors that work for First Federal and have a great track record of helping people save for long-term goals. Okay. Retirement's the big one that people think of, but there's some other long-term goals you can use some investment products to save for. Now those aren't FDIC insured, but they will help you get a better return in the long run, and are really a good option to help make sure that what you're doing today will get you to where you want to go. So recommend calling them, and you can do that at 223-2128. That's our main number.
Okay.
Tanner wants to make sure that you follow our social media presence. We don't have a Snapchat First Federal little guy that you can send a snap to, but you can do Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, and LinkedIn.
Yeah.
So a lot of options to
all over the place
interact with us. So we do put a lot of information out there about things that we're doing, or just things to help you be aware about personal finance. We're the only locally owned bank in Fulton County, and we don't want to be the biggest bank, just the best. For our loan products, you have to meet underwriting guidelines. We're FDIC insured and an equal housing lender, and our NMLS number is 399927.
And that makes us legal.
Now we're ready to roll. Mark Kepler.
Hi there.
Hi.
Good morning.
We announced this earlier, but if you're just tuning in, we are with the esteemed Mark Kepler this morning. He's our local Purdue University Extension educator, an agricultural savant.
Well, do a lot of things in agriculture.
That's right. And natural resources. He said the schools, the students call you the tree guy.
Yeah, we do that. And I always tell what extension really is we take all those things that Purdue University has for majors, brings them out to the county, and then people have an opportunity to ask me questions. So they can ask me tree questions, bug questions, alfalfa, pigs, chickens, all those types of things. And we all have specialists down at Purdue that handle all those things. And so I handle the general parts of things, and if it gets really, really particular, then I go to one of the guys who spends his lives with the chickens.
Yeah.
And that's how
You've got a channel.
Yeah, I do.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
I've never really understood that, and that really explains even the term extension.
Yeah, it
what
is.
the whole purpose is.
Yeah, the whole terminology is Purdue, and it's cooperative, and the cooperative means that we get federal money, state money, and local money, because we're a county office also.
Okay.
So that's the cooperative part of it, and an extension is from Purdue University.
That's really exciting.
And that's how it works out.
How long have you been doing that, Mark?
35 years.
That is awesome.
Close to 36.
And how many people locally do we have that work in the extension office?
So we have 3 educators,
Okay.
which I handle the agriculture part. Another one handles the 4-H and youth part. And then the other one is Jessica Riffle, and she does HHS, which is Health and Human Sciences. And I always have to go back for the people my age. Years ago when they started extension, which is over 100 years old, they had home economists, they would call it.
Okay,
Well, that has changed through the years to health and human sciences,
okay,
because they're covering a larger amount than just cooking and that aspect of it. They're looking
Right.
at the whole human health situation. So Jessica's a dietitian by training, and so she prefers things in that line, but she, again, like me, does a variety of things that are in that health and human science area.
we've seen her articles in the Sentinel,
Yeah.
just like yours too, Mark.
Yeah.
They're very interesting, and I believe we had Jessica on when she first took that role here
Yeah,
not too
she
long
started,
ago.
a year ago, a little
Okay.
over a year ago, and then COVID hit, and then it's like, geez. Everything just kind of slowed down for a while, and so now she's back trying to get things going.
We all thought it was a weird time when we entered the work world, but man, you think about those kids that
Yeah.
just started working last year. I really feel for them.
Okay, here you are, now go home.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we really don't want to see you.
And that was really, you
Oh,
don't
it's
want to see
terrible.
it, yeah.
That's just
Yeah, I'd
awful.
like to meet all these people in our community, but you really can't.
Well, I want to get updated this morning on a specific topic too, and that's the Fulton County Leadership Academy.
Yeah.
Now that probably got impacted a little bit last year too.
Sure did. It's like everything else, those in-person meetings. And so well, first off, we were using First Federal's meeting room upstairs.
We kicked you out.
Yeah, well, no,
No.
it was kind of a mutual.
Yes,
By the
it
time you
was.
kick people out is the time we shut it down.
Yeah.
Because of COVID. So I didn't get to finish my Leadership Academy graduation, the 2020. And we use your room, and we appreciate using that room, and it
Glad to have you.
worked out really great for us to get into that. So we never got to finish that graduation. We had a couple classes left, so leap forward to this year, the classes go from September to May. So I just picked up this last month here, in the month of May, finished my last class, and we had our graduation here the
So
other.
you literally just had a year pulled out, but
Yeah.
you could finish on the actual calendar time. That's good.
Yeah, that's exactly what we ended up doing. We usually have, that class has about 18 people
Okay.
in it to start with. This is the 13th one of these that I have taught, Leadership Academy.
Oh, that's a great
Yeah.
number. Man, 13 years of this.
And we'll start another one up this fall.
Okay.
It'll be number 14 class. And classes do a variety of different things, and one of the things they do is projects. And so we had about 4 different projects, and COVID impacted those this year too. Some of them changed quite a bit, weren't able to get done. One of the ones that's ongoing of the projects is this dog park.
Yes. Heard
And
a lot about that.
I am also on the park board, the Fulton County Park Board.
Okay.
And we have that old county dump, which is now called Richland Restoration
It
Park.
looks really nice. I've seen some pictures.
Yeah, and it's starting to get changed, it's not open yet.
Okay.
We're trying to get this dog park started up there, that group is working on that aspect of it. We're having to deal with IDEM and making sure we get this and that right, and so it holds things out for a while. But I am gonna have a dog park there before too long.
That's
hopefully
great to
before the end
hear.
of the
This is
summer.
really happening.
Yeah, it is. We've got 2 pavilions already pulled in up there for other things. We're gonna be doing a lot of maintenance, a lot of things, that need to be taken care of, a lot of invasive plants that we need to clean up. So there's a real job up in that area with that park. But anyway, the Leadership Academy group has gotten some money around and got, ideas and thoughts on rules and regulations, all those things for the dog park, and it's a big area, it's 2 acres. I mean,
Wow.
that's a big dog park. We're gonna have a little dog park and a big dog park.
You don't mix the two, the
yeah.
little dogs and the big dogs.
There's a little, and a fencing all around it is what
Oh,
we're gonna
that's
end up
great.
having, and so that's gonna end up happening. So that's a great project, and that's a good example of something that Leadership Academy does. And over the past, well, it's been 14, 15 years, even though it's only been 13 classes, because we had to delay some in there. We've had a lot of projects that affect the community that's been involved, and some of those projects have come to fruition, are still here today. The Youth Leadership Academy is an example
Oh,
of
that's a
that.
nice one. We've
The
been involved
beach
with them too.
At Lake Manitou was one of those that came along.
Hey,
The Leadership
still
Academy.
usable today.
Still usable today. And so you kind of look around and see some things in the community that are there, just little things here and there, that maybe some group got together to buy a sign or buy the trails that go down. They have that blower that they utilize on the nickel plate trail.
Oh yeah, that's
That
right.
came from the Leadership Academy, so we have a lot of things that's come through this through the community. And so we'll get together again. We're gonna start another class up this September-ish time period.
Are you
And
taking registration now, or when does that start?
I haven't done that yet.
Okay,
And I will get the announcement out on it in the next month or so.
okay,
There are 18 in the class, and people say, what's the deadline? There is no deadline. When I got 18, I'm done.
okay.
And that's the number that fits into the room, that's the number that works for me in teaching this class, and so that's what.
Is that the number you usually get also, Mark?
Yeah, it is.
That's neat.
I think there was 1 year I only had 12, but normally it's 18.
That's really exciting for our community too. You think about, and I like that they're getting, younger folks or people that are new to the community, it's all ages, they're getting an opportunity to start thinking about, okay, how can we work together to make the community a better place for all? I just love that thought process.
It is, and I have a variety of businesses, First Federal one of them, that usually tries to send a person every year into the class.
Yes.
And works out along that line, and then we have other individuals that are just interested in getting leadership. What I like about the Leadership Academy, I always say it does three things. It gets a person to know the community and what's around here, even people.
I grew up here and I learned a lot when I went through it in 2010.
Yeah, and the second thing is you get to know each other
Yeah.
as individuals, and these are classmates, and then you get to learn leadership principles along as those things go. So it's a good program, it's been very positive for our area.
Is it also, are those materials, I think I remember them coming from Purdue University, some of them.
So when I first started out, we had an individual down at Purdue University who again was a specialist in this leadership things, and since is retired, but those program materials originated from them at that time. And then I've added some stuff to them as it's gone along and things that we are needed from time to time. So.
I think one thing that stood out to me when I went through it was just, there is a lot of learning. There's a lot of material to absorb about what you can be developing yourself to do, and I love that.
Yeah, and I think if you really get down to it, it's like everything else, you can probably find 1,000 books on leadership out there.
Right.
But we try to put it into principle, into play. So you really do two things. You learn the community because you go see some businesses you didn't know. And,
Yes.
and we talk about history and get involved in that, and you get to learn each other's. It really worked out great.
I liked some of the guest speakers you brought in too from the community.
Mm-hmm.
The media one was fun to do, I remember.
Well, we have the media. Well, we have a media day where the media people come in. We have a health day where we raise health people. We have volunteers that come in and talk about volunteerism. In our community, we have an ag program. We have a farmer and Jim Streeter usually comes in for the implement side and talks about what's going on in agriculture. And so those programs and more. We spend some time at the jail. I always love to get them in the drunk tank.
Picture this.
Yes. I take a picture of the drunk tank. I always tell people, I knew I'd see you behind bars.
Well, hey, I would really encourage anyone that is interested in the things you just talked about, getting connected a little bit stronger with your communities, learning about your community a little bit more. I mean, I only had spent 4 years away from here in college, and there was tons of things that I had not been exposed to just from normal living here.
Yeah.
That was fun to do, and then getting to know some other people and making those connections. So I think we really encourage anyone that is looking for those things to get involved with the Fulton County Leadership Academy. We thank you for 13 classes. That's really cool.
Yeah.
So this will be number 14 that you're
14
loading
is
up for
coming
here in a
up.
month or two.
Yeah.
Okay, talk to us real quick about, I was curious of your thoughts on the ag economy, because it doesn't always match up necessarily with the general national economy.
It doesn't.
And I've noticed that. And so I just was curious your take on how things have gone, weird pandemic year and coming out of that. Where are we at with the ag economy?
Well, what's happened, first off, when you talk agriculture, there's multifacets that you get into. And I like to split it between the livestock part and the crops part.
Okay, that makes sense.
So in the crops part, prices are coming up, things are very good price-wise. So as these prices of crops have come up and it looks like farmers are gonna do really, really well, the price of inputs is going up right along with them. So especially nitrogen prices, for example, seed prices, fungicide prices, we're gonna see cash rents go right up. Everybody's gonna jump on that bandwagon.
They've been waiting.
as these prices start to go up in the crops. Now, so corn prices right now are really great. If I had corn to sell. And I doubt very many farmers actually have corn to sell.
Yeah.
I could be getting upwards $6 to $7 a bushel, and it's been bouncing in that range around there. I think it's like $6.50 today, and it was up in the sevens, so it's
Wow.
dropped back down some. But again, I tell you that nobody's got that probably sitting in their bin to sell right now.
Yeah.
So it's a different economy that's going on, but then as those prices go up, the livestock people have to pay more for their feed.
Oh, they need those products to
So-
feed the animals.
Yeah, so the livestock people are the ones that are gonna have it hit pretty hard
Yeah.
because of these high prices.
Cut into the profit.
So it all varies back and forth.
That is really interesting.
Yeah.
So it's hard to even say it's a great time right now because it's more multifaceted.
It is, and we can, like I said, I told Tanner, I emailed him and said, yeah, if you got 3 hours today, we can talk about all this stuff. And that's the thing about it, you gotta understand, it is complex, extremely complex to wrap your head around it, and nobody can really wrap their head around it. It's like the world, you just can't wrap your head around all the issues in the world, there's so many complex things that come to it.
Well said there. Well, we've been joined by Mark Kepler, our local Purdue Extension educator. Been at it for 35 years. If you need to know something, especially in the realm of agriculture, but also in other areas, the Shared Leadership Academy and others, you ought to get a hold of this guy. He's pretty fun to be around. Thanks for being here this morning.
All righty, thank you.
Oh, wait.
I want to answer that question.
Okay, all right. Remember our trivia question was, what kind of plant do 17-year cicadas prefer to feed on? A, trees, B, corn, C, tomatoes, D, grasses, or E, flowers. We gave 5 choices for Paul this morning.
So what those guys will be doing is
Let's let him guess
Oh,
first.
yes.
Trees.
All right,
Okay.
good. What they'll be doing is emerging out of the ground here in the next several weeks, coming up, getting on this as a larva form, coming
So
up.
no wings?
Not yet.
Okay.
They'll get up on the side of the tree. They'll kind of hatch out of this
I've seen the
casing.
shells,
The
yeah.
shells, they're there, and they'll come out as these winged adults. They'll fly up to a tree and up. Well, they'll do some mating first out there. Then they'll fly to a tree, and then they'll find a branch the size of your finger or smaller. Make a slit right down it with that branch. She will lay eggs in that slit. Those eggs will hatch out, drop down the ground, and live 17 years down in the ground.
What a cycle.
Yeah, it's an amazing cycle. People wonder about just how bad is it going to be this year.
Yeah.
If you were in southern Indiana where all the forest land is, it gets really bad down
Okay.
there.
Because of all the trees. That's
Because of
what's,
all the trees.
makes sense.
We will have them. They will be out there. They'll be noticeable, but they'll be nothing like they are down south. But they definitely will be noticeable this year.
I've been reading about how many things eat them when they come around.
Yeah.
Like they,
Feast.
yeah, so it sounds like gorging themselves on cicadas.
Yeah.
Now, one last question. What vegetable does cicadas taste like? You ever eaten one?
No, I never will either.
Okay.
I know.
That's what Todd said. Go ahead. We were going to have a taste
Tastes
test.
like chicken. I'm sure.
That's what I was thinking. Paul, you got to
Everything
guess.
tastes like chicken. Vegetable, huh? I don't know. Carrot?
Asparagus is the closest approximation.
I like asparagus.
There you go.
I
See,
like
come
lunch.
on, you can do it. They're gluten free too.
Yeah, they do.
Well, let's end with our words of wisdom this morning. Sorry, we're running over today, Paul.
Oh, you're fine.
This is by Robert Louis Stevenson, Scottish writer. I think he did Treasure Island, and maybe a couple others. Don't judge each day by the harvest you reap, but by the seeds that you plant.
Hey, those are great words of wisdom. Well, thank you, Evan, very much. We'll see you guys
Thanks
next
for
week.
having us. Thanks again, Mark.
Thank you, appreciate it.